Please, the lab, are we ready? Okay, so you can move to the table. Everyone okay? I'm waiting for the last person to put on the glove. Okay, so your 5 minutes starts now.
One minute gone. Three minutes gone. So you have 2 minutes left. One minute more or 60 seconds more. Seconds more. Ten seconds more. Be getting ready to stop. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Time up.
Okay, time is up. You can please bring your sheets. Okay, so coaches, you can come upstage to talk to the students. Coaches, you can come upstage. You have 2 minutes. And if there are any substitutions,
seconds more for the coaches. The coaches, your time is almost up. So at the end of the hot lab section, you all had 10 points. You all had 10 points. So what happened was you
were to identify solutions A and B, I mean, let us know which one contains the protein. So you had your copper sulfate and then the sodium hydroxide. You were supposed to combine that and then add either solution, both solution A or solution B. So the one that turned purple or violet is the one that contains the protein. So we gave you the mark if you were able to identify the fact that, yes, whichever one turned purple had the protein in it. So you all had 10. Okay, so now, so at the end of the round, St. Monica's had 10 points. ADEEKYEE School had 13 points. And MATYRS of Uganda had 13 points. So we have, before we move on to the second round, we have substitutions. For MATYRS of Uganda, Michael is moving out and Brittany is coming in. So Michael, thank you very much. And for ADEEKYEE School, we have Stephen going out and Moses coming in. So Stephen, thank you very much. Okay, so the substitutes, can you introduce yourselves? And then we move on.
Opokuari Brittany from MATYRS of Uganda RSCDHS.
Okay.
My name is Yeba Moses from ADEEKYEE School.
Okay. So Moses and Brittany, you are welcome. And all the best to all the contestants. So we start with the second round. So to the first half of the second round, that's your toss-up questions. So you have short answer questions and long answer questions. Your short answer questions, 15 seconds. Long answer questions, 35 seconds. When you have the answer, press the bell, hold on to it. When you are called, you give me the answer. And then we move. So question 1. Enlargement is a type of transformation where the size of the original shape is made bigger or smaller by multiplying by a scale factor. If the image is made smaller than the object, it is called reduction. It's a long answer question, so you have 35 seconds. Mr. Samoa, a graphic designer, took a picture of a client whose height is 2.4 meters to make a billboard. The height of the image on the billboard is 12 meters. Using the same scale factor, he made the billboard of the office building of another client. If the height of the image of the office on the billboard is 23 meters, what is the actual height of the office?
ADEEKYEE.
4.6 meters.
That's correct. Bearing is the angle in degrees measured clockwise from the north. Bearing is the angle in degrees measured clockwise from the north. It is used to represent the direction from one point to another. Short answer, so you have 15 seconds. Abu and Mansa move from the same spot, but in opposite directions. If Abu traveled on a bearing 215 degrees to church, what bearing did Mansa travel to the market?
ADEEKYEE.
20 degrees.
No.
St. Monica's.
70 degrees.
No.
Time.
So 35 degrees. Next question, long answer. The circumference of a circle is the distance around the circle. It is the perimeter of the circle. The first track of a race course has diameter of length 140 meters. In a 2.2 kilometer marathon race, Joseph is racing in the first track. How many rounds will he run in his track to complete the marathon?
St. Monica's.
440 meters.
No. How many rounds will he run in his track to complete the marathon?
ADEEKYEE.
2 kilometers.
Pardon?
2 meters.
No.
Time.
So five rounds. Division is the process of breaking a number up into equal parts and finding out how many equal parts can be made. So short answer, you have 15 seconds. Sheila was advised by her doctor to drink 4.5 liters of water every day. How many bottles of the 300 ml water will she be taking every day?
ADEEKYEE.
750.
No.
St. Monica's.
4.5 liters.
No.
Time.
So 15 bottles. So long answer. The next question is a long answer question. You have 35 seconds. Loss is debt incurred in a transaction as a result of selling or offering service at a lesser price than the cost. It can be expressed as a percentage of the cost price, in which case it is called loss percent. So Kelvin made a 4% loss after selling a phone for 960 cedis to Mavis. How much did Kelvin buy the phone?
St.
600
Monica's.
600 Ghana cedis.
No.
Time.
So he bought it for 1,000 Ghana cedis. Okay, so to the final question. Addition is a process of combining two or more numbers. The numbers being added are called addends, and the result is called the sum. Short answer, so you have 15 seconds. At a concert, the tickets for a child was sold for 12 Ghana cedis, and that for an adult was thrice the ticket price of a child. If 200 children and 500 adults made it to the concert, how much revenue was made from the sale of tickets?
St. Monica's.
2,400 Ghana cedis.
No.
MATYRS of Uganda.
4,200.
No.
Time.
13,200.
No. So 20,400. Okay, so that brings us to the end of the first half. Okay, so we are moving to the second half of the second round. So that's a rapid fire. You have 60 seconds to answer 8 questions. You can attempt as many questions as you can. If I'm reading a question and you have the answer, you can stop me and give me the answer. If you do not have the answer, you can skip or move on to the next question by telling me next or skip. If I move on to the next question, you cannot ask me to go, you cannot give me the answer of the question I've already read. Is that okay? So we'll start with Matters of Uganda. So you can turn your sheet and your time starts now. Evaluate the square root of 2 whole number 1/4.
3 out of 2.
That's correct. Write 32.547 to 2 decimal places.
32.6. 32.50. 30.55.
So that's correct. Change 5 whole number 3/5 to decimals.
Skip.
Evaluate the cube root of 6 raised to the power 2 minus 3 raised to the power 2.
Skip.
What is a quarter of 0.32?
Skip.
Evaluate 1.5 raised to the power 2 minus 0.5 raised to the power 2.
Skip.
Change 0.025 kilograms to grams.
$2.50.
No.
Next.
Evaluate 3
Time.
raised to the... Okay, so 2 out of 8.
Oh, extra pen. Oh, no, you finish.
So at the choose school. Same rules apply. Are you ready? So you can turn your sheets and your time starts now. What is 1/7 of 0.105? Evaluate 4 raised to the power 3 plus 6 raised to the power 2 minus the square root of 81.
91.
That's correct. Evaluate 4.5 raised to the power 2 minus 0.5 raised to the power 2. Evaluate the square root of 6 whole number 19/25. Write 10.60018 to 3 decimal places. Evaluate the cube root of 10 raised to the power 2 plus 5 raised to the power 2. Change 9 whole number 4/5 to decimals.
Five point 5.436.
No.
Time.
No.
Let me try my
So your time is up. So you had 1 out of 8. Okay, St. Monica's. Same rules apply. So you can turn your sheet. And your time starts now. Evaluate the cube root of 10 to the power 2 minus 6 to the power 2. No. Evaluate 10.5 raised to the power 2 minus 0.5 to the power 2.
Skip.
Evaluate the square root of 3 whole number 22/49.
Skip.
Write 50.998 to 2 decimal places.
51.0.
2 decimal places.
51.00.
That's correct. What is 1/8 of 0.272?
Skip.
Evaluate 2 to
Time.
the... Okay, so 1 out of 8. And that brings us to the end of the second round. Any substitutions? 241. 241.
It's coming
241.
out.
Okay, so the contest, at the end of the contest. Okay, so at the end of the round, 1 minute. Okay, so the coaches, you're allowed to come up. Okay, so at the end of the round, so Matters of Uganda had 2 points, ADEEKYEE School had 4 points, and St. Monica's had 1 point. Now, for the substitution, we have Brittany going out and Emanuela coming in for Matters of Uganda. So thank you, Brittany. For ADEEKYEE School, Moses is going out, and we have Enoch coming in. Moses, thank you very much. Okay, can the substitutes please introduce themselves?
Emanuela. Asari Afua Emanuela, Matters of Uganda.
Okay, so Emanuela, you're welcome.
Enoch Wangu from ADEEKYEE School.
Okay, so Enoch from ADEEKYEE School. Enoch, how old are you? Enoch, how old are you?
12 years old.
You're 12. So what form are you in? Enoch, what form are you in?
Form 3.
You're in Form 3. So you wrote the BC. I see. Okay. Okay, so you're all welcome and all the best. So we are moving on to the third round. So the third round, we have 4 categories. You have tech bites, black scientists, true or false, and then the riddles. So with this round, if I give the question and you have the answer, you press the bell, you give me your answer. Please wait to be called before you give the answer and speak into the microphone. If you give a wrong answer for a true or false, you get -1. For the riddles, if I read the question and you get it on the first clue, you get 3 points. On the second clue, you get 2 points. And on the third and any other clue, you get 1 point. Are we okay? Are we ready? So St. Monica's category.
Riddles.
Riddles. So first clue. I am a short, vertical, swollen underground storage organ. Second clue.
Adechi.
The root.
Tuber.
No.
St. Monica's.
So second clue. I am also a stem and some plants use me to survive winter or other adverse conditions such as summer, drought, and heat. Third clue, I consist of one or more internodes with at least one growing point, generally with protective leaves modified into skins or tunics. Fourth clue, the cocoyam and caladium are examples of me.
MATYRS of Uganda.
Stem tuber.
No, so it's corn. Corn. Okay, so St. Monica's next category.
Riddles.
Riddles. So first clue. I am a gas-filled internal organ.
St. Monica's.
Alveoli.
No.
Adechi School.
No. So second clue. I am not involved in respiration, but rather, as a secondary function, I stabilize the organism in which I occur and also act as a resonator of sound. Third clue. I help maintain buoyancy by filling up with gases and emptying up when performing my role. I am associated with swimming of fishes.
MATYRS.
Gills.
No. Okay, so it's a swim bladder.
Time.
Swim bladder. Okay. So, St. Monica's.
Riddles.
Riddle. So to the last riddle. First clue. I am an ubiquitous carbon macromolecule of nature. Second clue. I contain carbon, hydrogen, and oxygen atoms.
St. Monica's.
Carbohydrate.
That's correct. So they get 2 points. They get 2 points. So yes.
True or false?
True or false? All plants manufacture their own food. True or false?
St. Monica's.
True.
No.
Adechi.
No, so it's true or false. Okay. So next category. No, it's wrong. You said true. Yes, so no. So -1, yes. Okay, so next category.
True or false?
True or false? The instrument used to measure the potential difference across a resistor is the voltmeter. True or false?
MATYRS.
True.
Okay, that's correct. So now MATYRS, your category.
True or false?
True or false? So to the last, true or false? A circle of diameter 42 centimeters has a circumference of 135 centimeters. Take.
False.
That's correct. So now your category. We are left with black scientists and tech bites.
Tech bites.
Tech bites. What is the purpose of for loop? That is a for loop in Python.
Saint Monica's.
To help in coding language. Coding language.
No.
MATYRS of Uganda.
The for loop is used to access items in a list.
Okay, I'll take it. I'll give it to you. Okay, so your next category.
Black scientist.
Black scientists. In recognition of my contributions to the field of electronics and engineering, I was honored with the Pioneer of the Electronic Age Award by the Institute of Electrical and Electronics Engineers. I passed on in 1982. Who am I?
ADEEKYEE.
Otis Boykins.
That's correct. So ADEEKYEE category.
Black scientist.
Okay. I earned a PhD in the field of anatomy.
MATYRS of Uganda.
Ruth Smith.
That's correct. So now your category.
Black scientist.
Black scientist. So to the last black scientist. I'm a Ghanaian environmental chemist.
ADEEKYEE School.
Marian Asante Wankansa.
That's correct. So now, tech bites. What is overfitting? What is overfitting in machine learning, and how can it be mitigated? What's overfitting?
Time up.
Okay, so it occurs when you have a model performing well on training data, but now poorly on unseen data. So you use techniques like cross-validation, regularization, and then you increase the training data. That's how it can be mitigated. Okay, so to the last tech bite question. What is unsupervised learning, and what's an example of its application? Unsupervised learning.
Saint Monica.
It is a type of learning whereby people do not guide other people to learn.
I didn't hear you.
It is a type of learning where people are not guided.
And then how is it applied? Yes.
Unsupervised learning is a form of learning in which individuals are not guided or observed learning. For example, studying for an exam or something.
Time.
So unsupervised learning is, so you are finding patterns and structures in data without any labeled outputs. So an example is in clustering. So you have data points that are grouped into similar clusters. That's based on their features. Are you okay? So that brings us to the end of the third round and the third contest, the fifth contest. Okay, so at the end of the round, Matters of Uganda had 9 points. ADEEKYEE had 6 points. And St. Monica's had 4 points. At the end of the contest, St. Monica had 15 points. ADEEKYEE School had 23 points. And Matters of Uganda had 24 points. It was a very close contest. But Matters of Uganda goes on to the next round. ADEEKYEE and St. Monica's, you've done well. But I will see you again next year.
Call the next schools. Get ready. We are ready.